In this video, we're going to do some more equation of a line practice, and we're going to try question number 7. So our question says, the line that passes through the points 4 and 7 and negative 2y has a slope of negative 1. Determine the value of y. So looking at this question, it's a problem-solving question. They've given me 2 points, but one of the points is missing its y-coordinate. They've also told me what the slope is, and they would like me to figure out the letter that's missing. So I'm going to focus on the fact that they've told me the slope. So slope is delta y over delta x. That's how we calculate it. And they have told me that the slope is negative 1. Now, if I'm thinking about it, negative 1 is really negative 1 over 1, which hopefully will help us. The other thing they gave us is they gave us some points. Now, to get delta y and delta x, normally I would take those 2 points and I would calculate the differences. So I'm going to try doing that and see if that helps. So I have x and y. We're making a table. I have the point 4 and 7. So x is 4, y is 7. And then I have the point negative 2 and y. So x is negative 2 and y is y. When we're calculating our slope, we would normally calculate our differences here. So I would try to figure out how did I get from 4 to negative 2. The number got smaller, so clearly I subtracted something, and I believe I subtracted 6. If you can't do that in your head, you are welcome to take the second number, so negative 2, and then subtract our first number, which is 4, to get negative 6. And then on the other side, I don't know what y is, so I'm going to just kind of wait for right now because I'm not entirely sure what I added or subtracted on that side. So I'm going to try to combine these two things, right? They have told me what the slope is. It's negative 1 or negative 1 over 1. And I also have the numbers I would normally use to calculate slope with. So if I take a look at this, my slope here would be delta y. I don't know what delta y is, over delta x, which is negative 6, right? This is our delta x side. This is our delta y side. So essentially, all I have to do is create an equivalent fraction using the slope that they gave me in order to figure out what the missing number is here. So I have negative 1 over 1 is going to be the same as, we're not sure what, over negative 6. So I'm going to ask myself, what did I do to the 1 in the denominator to turn it into a negative 6? And the answer is we multiplied by negative 6. If you couldn't figure that out, you can take this number, so negative 6, and then divide it by 1. And we get that we multiplied by negative 6. Whatever you do to the bottom to make an equivalent fraction, we also do to the top. So if I multiplied the bottom by negative 6, I'm also going to multiply the top by negative 6. And negative 1 times negative 6, a negative times a negative makes a positive, and 1 times 6 is 6. So this means when you are calculating your slope, you would have 6 divided by negative 6. A positive divided by a negative makes a negative, and 6 divided by 6 is 1, which would give me that slope of negative 1. So out of this, I am trying to figure out what my delta y is. So this tells me that my delta y is 6. So I can come back over here and say, well, I now know that my delta y is 6. So what is 7 plus 6? 7 plus 6 is 13, which tells me that my missing value of y is going to be 13. Now that was a little different from our regular calculations. And just very quickly one more time, I'm just going to kind of recap what we did. So it told us the slope was -1. So I wrote down the formula for slope, delta y over delta x, and I said our slope is -1. And then because it normally is supposed to be a fraction, I put it over 1. That's its secret denominator. And then I went and took the 2 points, I created a table, I found the differences, and then I filled those into my formula, delta y over delta x. And then I looked to see how did it compare with the slope of -1, and then we tried to make an equivalent fraction so that they would match, and that helped me find my numerator, which is my delta y, and then once I knew what delta y was, I could just calculate what y was. Okay, I will see you in the next video to do the next question.